I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
How can Q-tips help you fill a stadium? Or how do you get 100,000 people to join in a battle scene? Well, on today's episode, you're going to find out about this and much, much more. My name is Connor, and you're watching the Movavi Vlog, your go-to channel for creating cool videos. It seems that everybody loves large-scale crowd scenes, whether it's a massive army clashing and fighting, or unstoppable waves of zombies, or even a giant stadium for a rock concert. But do you know how these scenes are created? There are several different ways in order to make a huge crowd in a video. And over the decades, several different directors have found several different solutions to this problem. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And at the end of this video, we're going to show you how we made our own example. So let's get started. The most obvious way to make a crowd is to find a crowd and bring it to the filming set. In the 60s, it was mostly done this way. One of the most expensive movies of all time, Cleopatra, starring Elizabeth Taylor, featured a cast of 5,000 extras. To make Ben-Hur, director William Wyler used 10,000 extras, 2,500 horses, and more than 200 camels. War and Peace by Bondarchuk required 15,000 soldiers and 1,500 horsemen. A large part of them was supplied by the Soviet army. But what do you do if you're making a movie in the mid-20th century and you need 100,000 people on screen simultaneously? Well, for Soviet directors and cameramen, anything was possible. Here's a scene from The Sword and the Dragon, where an enormous army of pagans is marching towards the city of Kiev. To create this scene, the cameraman came up with a sophisticated arrangement of mirrors and used compositing. The results look great and realistic even today, although the movie was filmed all the way back in 1956. And here's a more recent example, Star Wars Episode 1. It's 1999, and virtually anything can be remade with computers at this point. But the creators of this epic saga decided on a probably smarter move. Do you see the crowds in the bleachers? These are Q-tips. 450,000 painted Q-tips and a fan under them to create a feeling of movement. Actually, you know what? You best forget what you've just learned, because otherwise you won't take the Mos Espa race seriously anymore. Well, now, we've got to the part with modern movies. In the 21st century, crowds of people are created with the aid of special computer programs. How did it start, you ask? It all started with Lord of the Rings. A very special program called Massive was specifically developed for this film series of 3 fantasy adventure movies. It lets you create thousands of so-called agents quickly and easily. These agents behave differently and react to their surroundings and other agents in their own way. The agents can be anyone, people, orcs, flying fish, or even trees, it doesn't matter. This technology enables artists and developers to work almost effortlessly. It saves their time too while they end up with a realistic image. Apart from Massive, there are some similar programs like Alice, Miarmi, and Golaem. They are all widely applied in modern cinematography. It's time to tell you how we filmed our example. We use the same method as the creator of Bohemian Rhapsody, that, little movie that just came out. But we're going to give away all the secrets, so let's do it. First, we shot Roman singing a song in an empty location. Then we set a green background in the spot where our viewers were supposed to be standing and started filming Roman displaying various characters. Altogether, there were 6 different looks, but you're free to come up with as many as you want. Let's get down to editing. We'll upload the scene with Roman singing up there and the scene with a viewer against the green background in Movavi Video Editor. In our case, the green background doesn't take up the entire frame, that's why we need to cut off some extra parts first. We'll go for the crop tool in the left sidebar, and then let's adjust the frame size so that we only get to see the viewer in the green background. Now we'll click apply. There we go. Let's drag the video with the viewer on another timeline and place it above the first video. Then we'll head for the chroma key option and click the green background. If necessary, we can change the settings with the help of this slider. This will let you make the removal of the background more precise and accurate. All we've got left is to reduce the viewer in size now. Double-click the clip and change the frame size. Then hit apply, and the first viewer's ready. There we go. Now we'll add up the second one by repeating all the same actions and placing him above the first one. Then goes the third, then the fourth. You should just keep repeating this stuff until you get bored. Eventually you'll end up with this nice bunch of people. Now you know how to create crowds of people in a video. Pretty simple, right? So you want to play a giant stadium for your next rock show? You can do it. All you need is Movavi Video Editor and a green background, you're good to go. If you decide to record your voice, your guitar, or some other random instrument, then definitely check out our video on how to create a cover properly. There's some really good tips on audio. So that's it, I think. There's nothing really else. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can see all of our future videos and get alerted. All that stuff, you know, typical YouTube ending. But now that's it. All right, we'll see you next week.